Axolotls can regenerate entire lost limbs, including bones and nerves. Pistol shrimp snap their claws so fast they create cavitation bubbles hotter than the sun's surface. Tardigrades can survive the vacuum of space and extreme radiation. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Mantis shrimp have 16 color-receptive cones in their eyes, while humans have 3. Narwhal tusks are actually elongated teeth with up to 10 million nerve endings. Honey-guide birds lead humans to beehives and share the spoils. Lyrebirds can mimic chainsaws, camera shutters, and car alarms perfectly. Platypuses sense prey through electroreception in their bills. Cuttlefish have W-shaped pupils allowing 360-degree vision. Naked mole rats are immune to certain types of cancer. Turritopsis dohrnii jellyfish can revert to their polyp stage, essentially reversing aging. Eyes use echolocation by tapping on wood with their elongated middle finger. Sailfish are the fastest fish, reaching bursts of 68 miles per hour. Pangolins are the only mammals entirely covered in scales. Archerfish spit jets of water to knock insects into the water from overhanging leaves. Kakapo parrots are the world's heaviest and only flightless parrot. Star-nosed moles identify and consume prey faster than the human brain can process the sight. Okapis have zebra-like striped legs but are the giraffe's closest relative. Peacock mantis shrimp strike with the acceleration of a .22 caliber bullet. Capuchin monkeys rub millipedes on their fur as insect repellent. Saiga antelopes have oversized, flexible noses that filter dust and warm cold air. Quokkas are known as the world's happiest animal due to their facial structure. Flying snakes flatten their bodies and undulate to glide between trees. Proboscis monkeys' large noses amplify their mating calls. Hotzen chicks have claws on their wings to climb trees before they can fly. Glass frogs have transparent skin revealing their internal organs. Dumbo octopuses use ear-like fins to flap through the deep ocean. Markhor goats' spiral horns can grow over 5 feet long. Gerenuk antelopes stand on hind legs to reach high branches. Ribbon-tailed Astrapia birds have tail feathers 3 times their body length. Solenodons are venomous mammals with grooved teeth for venom delivery. Satanic leaf-tailed geckos have near-perfect camouflage mimicking dead leaves. Irrawaddy dolphins can spit streams of water up to 5 feet. Shoebills deliver powerful strikes with their massive, shoe-shaped bills. Bilbies have long ears for thermoregulation in the Australian desert. Colugos, also known as flying lemurs, have the most extensive gliding membrane of any mammal. Cassowaries have dagger-like claws capable of inflicting fatal injuries. Yeti crabs have hairy arms hosting bacteria they farm for food. Thresher sharks use their long tails like whips to stun prey. Matamata turtles use vacuum suction to ambush prey. Saulas are so rare they're called the Asian unicorn. Lampreys have funnel-like mouths lined with concentric rows of teeth. Echidnas and platypuses are the only egg-laying mammals known as monotremes. Japanese macaques bathe in hot springs to survive winter. Maned wolves have long legs adapted for seeing over tall grassland. Diademed Cephalica lemurs perform spectacular sideways leaps across the ground. Giant isopods can survive over 5 years without eating. Blue-footed boobies' feet turn brighter blue when well-nourished. Tufted deer have fang-like tusks instead of antlers. Goblin sharks can protrude their jaws like a trap to snatch prey. Sunda flying lemurs glide up to 450 feet between trees. Mole rats use seismic communication by banging their heads against tunnel walls. Dholes, also known as Asian wild dogs, whistle to coordinate pack hunts. Sarcastic fringe heads engage in gaping-mouth territorial battles. Visayan warty pigs have distinctive facial warts and mohawks. Vampire bats share regurgitated blood with starving roost mates. Komodo dragons have venom glands that prevent blood clotting in prey. Chevrotains, or mouse deer, are the world's smallest ungulates. Barrel-eye fish have transparent heads filled with fluid and upward-facing eyes. Ghost bats practice gleaning, plucking prey from surfaces mid-flight. Galata baboons have complex vocalizations resembling human speech patterns. Blobfish have gelatinous flesh, slightly less dense than water for buoyancy. Fossa are Madagascar's largest predators, resembling a cat crossover. Sunda colugos can glide while carrying their young clinging underneath. Hammer-headed bats produce loud honking calls for mating displays. Patagonian maras resemble giant hares but are actually large rodents. Starfish push their stomachs out of their mouths to digest prey externally. Gharials have extremely narrow snouts adapted for catching fish. Quetzal birds cannot be kept in captivity, they die if caged. Giant anteaters' tongues can flick 150 times per minute. Axolotls remain aquatic and larva-like their entire lives, a phenomenon called neoteny. Kakapos emit a loud, low-frequency boom to attract mates over kilometers. Matamata turtles use fleshy flaps on their necks as camouflage and lures. Babirusa pigs' upper tusks can curve backward and pierce their own skulls. Hagfish produce vast amounts of slime as a defense mechanism. Golden snub-nosed monkeys have upturned noses to prevent frostbite. Elephant shrews use intricate networks of runways to evade predators. Bearded vultures deliberately drop bones onto rocks to crack them open. Pangolins lack teeth and use sticky tongues to capture ants and termites. Arapaima fish gulp air from the surface to supplement oxygen in stagnant water. Sifaka lemurs perform remarkable vertical leaps, appearing to dance sideways. Saiga antelope migrations involve hundreds of thousands moving simultaneously. Gerenuk means giraffe-necked in Somali, reflecting their feeding posture. Hooded seals inflate a red nasal balloon as part of their courtship display. Chevrotains possess four-chambered stomachs despite their tiny size. Kakapos are critically endangered, with intensive conservation efforts underway. Maned wolves primarily eat fruit, especially the wolf apple. Goliath frogs build ponds for their tadpoles by moving heavy rocks. Irrawaddy dolphins cooperate with fishermen by driving fish into nets. Proboscis monkeys' large noses help dissipate excess body heat. Giant otter families use coordinated group tactics to hunt fish. Colagos glide using a patagium stretching from neck to fingertips to toes to tail. Saola horns can grow up to 20 inches long. Sun bears have the longest tongue relative to body size of any bear. Hoatzins are the only birds with foregut fermentation like cows. Dumbo octopuses live exclusively in the deep sea up to 13,000 feet down. Markhor horns twist tightly with left and right horns spiraling in opposite directions. Visayan warty pigs were only recognized as a distinct species in 1997. Tarsiers have the largest eyes relative to body size of any mammal.